Slayer is one of the most iconic and influential bands in the history of thrash metal. Known for their blistering speed, aggressive riffs, and dark, often controversial themes, Slayer redefined the boundaries of heavy music. Slayer was formed in Huntington Park, California, in 1981 by Kerry King, Jeff Hanneman, Tom Araya and Dave Lombardo. The band emerged during the rise of the thrash metal movement in the early 1980s, alongside bands like Metallica, Megadeth, and Anthrax. However, Slayer distinguished themselves with their darker, more aggressive sound and lyrical themes that explored violence, death, and the occult. Their debut album, Show No Mercy, 1983, was a raw and energetic release that showcased their early influences from bands like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. While it was rough around the edges, the album laid the foundation for Slayer's signature sound, with tracks like The Antichrist and Black Magic hinting at the darkness to come. Slayer's third album, Rain in Blood, 1986, is widely regarded as one of the greatest thrash metal albums of all time. Produced by Rick Rubin, the album was a relentless onslaught of speed and aggression, clocking in at just under 30 minutes. Tracks like Angel of Death and Raining Blood became instant classics, defining the sound of extreme metal. Rain in Blood was a turning point not just for Slayer, but for the entire metal genre. Its uncompromising intensity and technical precision set a new standard for thrash metal, influencing countless bands in the years to come. The album's impact is still felt today, with many considering it the pinnacle of Slayer's discography. Following the success of Rain in Blood, Slayer faced the challenge of topping their own masterpiece. Their next album, South of Heaven, 1988, saw the band slowing down their tempo and exploring darker, more atmospheric elements. Tracks like South of Heaven and Mandatory Suicide showcased a more nuanced approach while retaining the band's signature aggression. In 1990, Slayer released Seasons in the Abyss, which combined the speed of Rain in Blood with the darker tones of South of Heaven. The title track, Seasons in the Abyss, became one of the band's most iconic songs, blending haunting melodies with crushing riffs. This album solidified Slayer's status as one of the Big Four of thrash metal, alongside Metallica, Megadeth, and Anthrax. The 1990s were a turbulent time for metal, with the rise of grunge and alternative rock shifting the musical landscape. Slayer, however, remained true to their roots. Albums like Divine Intervention, 1994, and Diabolus in Musica, 1998, saw the band experimenting with groove metal elements while maintaining their thrash metal core. Divine Intervention marked the debut of drummer Paul Bostaph, who replaced Dave Lombardo. The album featured tracks like Ditto Head and Serenity in Murder, which showcased Slayer's ability to evolve without losing their edge. Diabolus in Musica further pushed the boundaries, with songs like Stain of Mind incorporating dissonant riffs and unconventional song structures. In the 2000s, Slayer returned to their thrash metal roots with albums like God Hates Us All, 2001, and Christ Illusion, 2006. God Hates Us All was a brutal and unrelenting album, released on September 11, 2001, which added an eerie relevance to its themes of violence and chaos. Tracks like Disciple became fan favorites, with its infamous chorus, God Hates Us All. Christ Illusion marked the return of Dave Lombardo on drums and won Slayer their first Grammy Award for the song, Eyes of the Insane. The album's aggressive sound and controversial themes reaffirmed Slayer's place as one of metal's most uncompromising bands. Slayer's 2009 album, World Painted Blood, was hailed as a return to their classic sound. Tracks like Hate Worldwide and Psychopathy Red showcased the band's ability to deliver relentless thrash metal while exploring new lyrical themes. The album received critical acclaim and further cemented Slayer's legacy. In 2013, Slayer faced a devastating loss with the death of guitarist Jeff Hanneman, who had been a key songwriter and creative force in the band. Despite this, Slayer continued to tour and release new music, including their final album, Repentless, 2015. The album, featuring guitarist Gary Holt of Exodus, was a fitting farewell, with tracks like Repentless and You Against You capturing the band's unrelenting spirit. In 2018, Slayer announced their farewell tour, The Final Campaign. The tour spanned 2 years and saw the band performing their classic hits to sold-out crowds around the world. On November 30, 2019, Slayer played their final show in Los Angeles, bringing an end to their nearly 4-decade-long career. In 2024, Slayer shocked the metal world by announcing their reunion. The band, consisting of Tom Araya, Kerry King, Gary Holt, and Paul Bostaph, revealed plans for a global tour and hinted at new music. Fans were ecstatic, as the reunion promised a return to the raw, unrelenting energy that defined Slayer's legacy. The reunion tour kicked off with a sold-out show in Los Angeles, where the band performed a mix of classic hits and deep cuts. The setlist included fan favorites like Raining Blood, Angel of Death, and South of Heaven, as well as tracks from Repentless. The energy and intensity of the performances proved that Slayer had lost none of their power. In addition to the tour, Slayer released a new single, Eternal Fire, which showcased their signature sound while exploring new lyrical themes. The single was met with critical acclaim, with fans and critics alike praising the band's ability to stay true to their roots while evolving their sound. Slayer's music is a testament to the power of thrash metal. From their early days in the Bay Area to their status as one of the Big Four, Slayer pushed the boundaries of heavy music, delivering albums that were as intense as they were influential. Their 2024 reunion reignited the flames of their legendary career, proving that their reign in blood will never be forgotten.